What's up, guys? How are we doing tonight? Thank you for, yeah. Hey, it's midnight in the UK and you're ready to dance. Oh my gosh. Y'all, those are some long nights, but way to go. Let's go, Lucy. I love it. Hey guys, my name's Kyle Kimbrough, and my wife and I, Joe, have been in this business for a year and a half now, coming up on 2 years in June, and I'm honored to do the onboarding call tonight. So if you're on this call, you probably have already, I hope you have already said yes to this opportunity, and this is just an onboarding call where we're going to familiarize you with a little bit of the website, a little bit of our website, so your back office website, our website, and just give you some key thoughts, some key points, and kind of a launching pad to get started and into LifeWave. Guys, I'm honored to do this business with y'all. In this business, I'll tell you our brief story real quick. My background's commercial real estate, and my wife is she's a lot of things. She was a hairstylist. She owned an interior design company. She owned a clothing boutique, and this industry radically changed our life 10 years ago. Radically changed our life. And we were getting, long story, but we were getting, we're leaving the company that we were with, looking for something else to do. And LifeWave, God brought LifeWave into our lap, and it's been the greatest thing that we've had the opportunity of being a part of. And so if you're looking at this and if you just got started and you're like, all right, tell me more about this. What did I really get involved in? How big is this? I want to just tell you a couple things. Number one, you might have just found, if it's anything like Joe and I, you might have just found the greatest vehicle to get you any of the dreams that you ever want in life. I know that's a big statement, but this vehicle can get you anything that you want. LifeWave being the vehicle. This can get you anything that you want in life. You need another $100 a week, a few $100s a month. You need $500 a week, a few $1,000s a month. You need $5,000 a week, 20, $30,000 a month. You need $25,000 a week, 50,000. Guys, I'm telling you, it's happening here and it's happening in big ways. And anything that you need, LifeWave can be the vehicle to give it to you. However, this business is like anything else in life. You're only going to get out of it what you put into it. Now, the beautiful thing about what we do, though, this is what's so different, okay? Is yes, you're going to get out of it what you put into it. However, every time you work in this business, your hours multiply. So here's the way that I like to set the stage for if you've never been in direct sales before, understand this is how direct sales works. Traditional business, let's assume that you work 40 hours a week. You work 40 hours a week. Let's assume that you just get paid hourly for the sake of this argument. You work 40 hours a week, you make X amount of money. The only way that you can make more is if you work more. You work 50, you earn an extra 10 hours worth of work. You work 30, you make less, right? By 10 hours. This business isn't like that. Here's how this business goes. Let's say that you can give 5 hours a week to this business, and you're like, Kyle, I'm gonna be honest with you. I see something here and I like it, but I don't really know if 5 hours a week can really get me where I need to be. Yes, you can, and here's why. Let's say you work 5 hours a week. Let's just assume that in 5 weeks you have five people on your team. That means one person a week for 5 weeks. You have five people on your team, and they say the same as you. Hey, I got a full-time job, I got family, I got all this. I can give you 5 hours a week for this business. That's all, right? You look up 5 weeks later, those five people times five is 25, plus your 5 hours. Guys, your business is working 30 hours a week and you're only working five. That's how this business starts to grow. Let's go 10 weeks down the road. What if 10 weeks down the road you had 10 people in your organization? They were all doing the same. Now you're working 55 hours a week. You're working five. Your business is working. You're getting paid as if you're working 55 hours a week at a job, but you're working five. That's the power of direct sales. Fast forward 20 weeks down the road. Say you have 30 people in your organization, and I'm just shooting real low here, guys. 30 people. Well, you guys know the deal. That's 150 hours. So now all of a sudden you're working as if three people have full-time jobs working 50 hours a week, right? And it's all going to your bottom line. It's all going to your business. That's how this compounds. That's the beautiful thing about what we do in direct sales. And that's why I love this industry because it's not a matter of trading time for money. You are investing time and building something that continues to grow with or without you once you get it started and pays you residually. For example, Joe and I, my wife, when we got started, we signed a whole lot of people up. And we signed people up the very first day that we joined. And I can sit here and start listing people off the top of my head that order this product, these patches every single month and have for the last however long we've been in, 19 months. Without fail, every month they have ordered these patches and we've got paid. We had one conversation with them that we got them enrolled one time and they order every month. So the work that we did one time is paying us month after month after month after month after month for one time. That's called residual income. Do the work one time, get paid over and over and over and over again. Once again, that's the beauty of this industry. So it's residual and it's leveraged and it's compounded. Guys, when you can leverage yourself, meaning you can duplicate yourself and other people can start to do what you're doing and you can free up some time. And when it's leveraged, when you can also leverage that amongst a team of people, and when it's residual, meaning everyone's doing the work one time and getting paid over and over, you have a vehicle, like I said at the beginning, that can give you anything that you want in this life through this vehicle. And I'm serious. And I know we haven't even talked about this company yet or these patches or anything like that, but I just want you to know the gravity of what you have at your fingertips. This can be that, okay? But you got to have an entrepreneur's mindset. You are your own boss. And kudos to all of you guys for showing up and for wanting to get trained, but you are responsible for you. Now, you have a lot of people that'll go to work for you really, really, really hard, which is also unique. A lot of people, but you are your own boss ultimately. And so this business is going to come down to you. That being said, that's why we want to elevate ourselves. That's why we want to get better. We want to grow in our mindset. We want to grow in our understanding. We want to grow as leaders so we can actually lead people effectively. So what I'm going to do right now is I actually do want to share my screen and I'm going to run into a few practical things for you um, for a minute. I want to show you a couple things first of all. Let's get rid of that. Okay, number one, our team website is when you go to wellnessrev.org. Wellnessrev.org. Wellness Revolution is the brand of what we're doing here. Now, when you first go to the website, here's what's going to pop up. The team retreat. Guys, we do these retreats a couple times a year, sometimes only one time a year. It's in Destin, Florida. Actually, this time it's in 30A. It's at 30A, which is Santa Rosa Beach, Florida, which is like 10 minutes from Destin. These are the greatest things that we ever do. You build this business event from event to event, and if there's any way that you and your team, or you and anyone, or just you can get here, I promise you this is money well spent. You can go to reserve your spot right here. This is going to be an absolute blast. I'm looking forward to it. But when you click out of that, this is Wellness Revolution. Now, the first thing that you see here is you see two things. One, join our school. School is just a platform for communication. Okay, you can click on that and you can go join it. I'm not going to tonight. Second thing is get on board. You can see that you can meet our leaders. Here's the leaders of this wellness revolution. Jane and Jimena Atkins been highly successful their entire life in everything that they've done. Dr. Catherine, this is my wife and I. Dr. Tara, Sarah and Devin is who we came in under. Some longtime friends of ours. Same thing, just credentials through the roof. Kendall Weldon, exact same thing. All of these people. I can talk about all these people, right? These are just they're so successful in their own right. Carlos and Rochelle, so successful in their own right, and they chose to do this business. Once again, for all the reasons that I just got done telling you. But if you go here and you hit get on board, so you just joined, what do? You hit get on board. And you're going to scroll down and you're going to see a series of videos. And what I want you to do is scroll down to the 20-day launch system. And right here, we have it spelled out. You say, I don't really know how to do this business. It's the first time, or maybe I don't know a lot about this product or this company. This is it. Day one. We designed this to where in 15 minutes or less, you can have so much training in 20 days that you are going to be ready to rock. So, for example, you click on this, you click on the first video. Here it goes, Wellness Revolution. You fast forward.
Success in this
Here we go.
But most of the
That's me talking right there. And let me scoot down so I can actually see. Go back. Oh, well, we're going to do this again. But anyways, every single day, your 20-day launch system, same thing. There's Jay
the
speaking
reason
as well. The same thing. So everything that you need is inside of this right here, wellnessrevolution.rev. And I'm struggling tonight, guys. I apologize. Right here, wellnessrevolution.rev. Now, the other thing that I want to show you, let me get this up here. There we go. The other thing I want to show you on this website, those are so much on here. Here's onboarding. It's the same tab that we're on right now. Here's school. You can go to school and you can join our school community as I showed you. It has a calendar on it. It shows every single call that we do every single week, which we do calls Monday through Thursday. We do a lot of them. You can go to comp plan. You see testimonials, you see our wellness, you see everything, resources, comp plan. You go here, same thing, guys. You want to know how to do this video and understand this comp plan? Watch this video that Jay and I did. And there's more videos that are coming that are going to describe and enhance the actual presentation of how we describe the comp plan that are going to be better. But there's so many resources here. This is where you want to be. Wellnessrev.org. Okay. Now, let's also go right here to our website. This is our website, LifeWay. This is us, Joey and Kyle Kimbrough, right here. This is us. I want to show you a couple things that are practical, but that you need to know. Because when you join, as you know, we build two legs. We build a right leg, we build a left leg. Okay? Well, you go, well, how do I know when I sign somebody up what side I'm putting them on? Well, it's right here. You're going to go up here. You're going to click on your name. You're going to click on Change Settings, which is the page that I am currently on. And you're going to scroll down, and right here it says build left, build right. Don't worry about strong outside leg. And whatever button that you have it clicked on, we currently have it build right. When someone joins, they're going to go on your right side. If you want them to go on your left side, change it to left. If they happen to join on the wrong leg, you have 5 days to call corporate and to change. No big deal. But this is how you change from your left leg to your right leg. Okay? That's just a practical thing about how you put people in. Let's go over here. You say, how do I enroll somebody? All right, organization. Enroll new. I am not a robot. Join now. Okay, these are our starter kits. These are our kit selection. You guys all joined and you purchased one of these, probably core through premium, right? This is the first page that we do it on. Now here's what I want to tell you. This is why I went to this page. Is because now that you're on this page, you can go up here to your URL and you can copy this and you can send it to anybody that is ready to join. And this is the page that will pop up. It will be y'all. It'll say you are shopping with your name and they can select their product pack, their kit. Also, they can scroll down to the bottom and they can hit preferred customer program and you'll see that the preferred customer program comes up. And what I usually do is if they want to be a customer, I go ahead and just then copy and paste this link and send it to them. And then this customer program pops right up and you hit subscribe and they walk right into, here you go, join as a customer. But your website is you have a lot of good things on it on your website. You can go over to commissions, you can view your commissions, your rank advancements, your volumes, all kinds of stuff. You can go to the store, you can shop, you can purchase product. One thing that I do want to point out on here is your monthly subscription orders. If I click on that, you can see what we currently have, which we change it all the time. What do we have right now? We have Cellulargize and Eon patches coming every single month, one of each, because I usually just order in bulk, to be honest with you, and we have a drawer full of different patches. But this is our monthly auto ship. Now, listen, if you're building this business, you don't ever want to go 30 days without placing an order because you want your volume to continue to accumulate and grow. If you go 30 days and don't place an order, your volume gets flushed. So you want to make sure what I recommend for everyone is that you make sure and on your monthly subscription orders, you always order something. You can still order in bulk, and if there's ever a sale, which there usually is maybe twice a year, but not very often, you can order. But it's the easiest thing is just set up your monthly auto ship so you never, ever, ever lose your volume. That's a big deal. Um, the next thing that I want to talk to you about though is probably honestly the hardest thing. Are we good here? I'm sorry. Do we have any questions before I stop sharing screen and get off of this or get off of Wellness Rev? Does anybody have any questions that they just need to ask? Okay. Well, if you do, throw them in the chat, holler at me, and we'll do it. I love the website. So well done. That's amazing. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. They did a phenomenal job on this website. Okay, guys. Now, I've told you how great this is. I told you what this can be. I showed you a little practical things. Let me tell you what I would recommend as you're getting started. When you join this business, your business is open, and this sounds silly, but your business is open when your mouth is open. If you're not talking to people, your business isn't open. This isn't a brick and mortar. You're not hanging a sign and hitting open and standing behind a counter. You have to talk to people in order for your business to be open. So here's what I will tell you. If you want to move fast, you have to talk to a lot of people fast. If you want to go slow, take your time. But again, this business is going to get started, and the speed of which it gets started is totally determined by you. And so I'll tell you the story about what we did, and this is not at all, I think, what anybody on here would do, but I'm going to tell you exactly why we did it. My wife and I, as I mentioned, were with another company when we joined LifeWave, and we were looking to get out of that for a long time for a lot of reasons. It's not important. But we had to terminate our business in order to join LifeWave. And when we terminated our business, we terminated our income. And and it's like funny to laugh about now, and I can say it and it doesn't even really hit me that much. But this was the biggest financial decision, one of the biggest, if not the biggest, that we have ever made. Because we had a substantial income with that other company, and it was residual. We hadn't worked for it in 2 years, hadn't done anything, and it was still steady. But we had to terminate. And so you can imagine we had a lot of desperation to replace that income when we joined Lifeway. And so we knew that we had to start fast. We couldn't take 12 months to build this to where we wanted. We needed literally like, can we do this in 12 days? And so what I knew, because again, we've been in the business and I understood this industry, is that this industry and this business loves speed. And if you will go fast, it will reward you. It will reward you because momentum will start and you can't stop it. It's like the train, when the train's fully stopped, you can put literally like this is a little flashlight I think my kids have from the room. You can almost put a block of wood like this in front of the train and it cannot go. Think about that. This can stop a train from starting. But you all know the thing. You get it up and going, let it run 55 miles an hour, and it'll go through feet, I think 5 or 6 feet of nothing but concrete and reinforced steel. You can never stop it. That's this business. That's this business. Okay, so what we wanted to do is create the momentum to where it couldn't be stopped. So what we did is we wrote down about 175 people that we had come up with, none of them from our other company, 175 brand new people that we wanted to call to introduce to LifeWave. What we did, which again, I know this is abnormal, but we had desperate times on our hands. We had to replace an income. We called all 175 in about 3.5 days. And we were gone. We were off to the races. From that point forward, my wife and I were overwhelmed for months and months and months and months and months of working with the team and people that they were bringing on that we didn't even have time to pick up the phone and call anybody new. We were overwhelmed. And immediately, you guys, immediately we replaced an income that took us 7 years to build in 7 days. Okay? Because of our immediate massive action. Now, I don't expect you to do that. And I don't say that to say something that's unrealistic because it's not unrealistic. We did it. I think you all on this phone have 175 people that you could contact about this business. I bet you if you looked at your phone, your contact list is in the thousands, most of us. And I guarantee you, if you want a trip to Bora Bora, think about it, free paid for trip to Bora Bora, and you got to bring 15 of your friends, I guarantee you'd find about 15 minutes to call all 15 of them in full excitement is like screaming at the top of your lungs, right? And you'd have 15 people fired up. But for whatever reason, when we have an opportunity that can literally radically change both your health and your wealth, we hesitate to pick this thing up because we don't want to bother anybody. Guys, if Devin and Sarah wouldn't have bothered us, I don't know where we'd be today. Our sponsors. I don't know where we would be. But they cared about us enough to be excited enough to talk to us about this, and the rest is history. And so, again, if you have 175 people, if I told you 175 people could make you 6 figures a month, $100,000 every single month. If you were to passionately call 175 people, have a passionate conversation, a sense of urgency, get them in the business, Don't take no for an answer. At least let them be a customer so they can experience these patches. How fast would you call 175 people? Some people, honestly, I'm just going to be very blunt and honest on this call. Some people will be in this business for another 18 months. From the time that they join, 18 months, they will get out, they will say it didn't work for them, and they will have never called 17 people. I'm serious. They sent a few DMs, they posted a few things on Instagram, and maybe they called their three best friends and their mom and their sister, but they all said they don't really know if they want to do it. And they'll say this business never worked for them. I'm living proof. My wife is living proof. If you passionately call 175 people, you can have success in this business. So again, everything that you want is at your fingertips. It's just a matter of how bad you want it and how bad you want to go to work for it. It really is. And you say, "Well, I don't really know what to say." Guys, go on the onboarding. Do the 20-day onboarding. We teach you what to say, we teach you how to say it. The bottom line is you just want to get people patched. You want to put the patch on people. You want them to stick this on them, this patch on them, and for them to have the results that we know 97% of people have in 90 days if they wear the patch. And that is a physical transformation that they is so physical and so transformative that they have a testimony. 97% of people will have a testimony if they will wear this for 90 days. Now, that's kind of a lot, and I feel like I talked a lot, and I don't usually like to have a one-sided conversation, and I just did for 20 minutes, so I'm sorry. We are now going to open this thing up for questions, and I would love to hear from any and all of you and help in any way I can.
Hi, it's me.
Hey, what's up, Shannon?
Um, when you say for the monthly subscription, if we just order, like if we order like a maintenance pack or whatever, that keeps our volume anyways, right? Or
It
what?
does. Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
So
Yep.
we don't have to like I like to change it up all the time. So
Yep.
yeah. So okay,
Just
cool. I don't want
always
to lose
make
my volume.
just always make sure that when you go to your back office, it'll say your rolling 31 day PV, your personal volume. Just make sure that that's always where you need, wherever you want it. I don't know where you want it based on the comp plan, right? But just make sure it's always there. I would tell you
Okay.
1,200 because you always want to at least get some extra bonuses, but
You say what?
1,200
Okay.
because that's where you
Okay.
pick up your big bonuses.
Okay. I should write that down. My I don't know. This is an opportunity to call. I'll wait till tomorrow night to call. Okay. Next person.
This is an onboarding call, Shannon.
Oh, good to know.
Yep. So you go right ahead, ask whatever you want.
Okay, how how do you how do you convince your brand partners to work? I know this question has been asked before,
Yeah.
but I just want to know, like I know, get them on the call, get them to the team things. I get that. But when you try and do that, like I'm busy, I missed it, et cetera, et cetera. What would be not a trick, but what would be your number one thing to say, hey, these are the things that you need to do to get them working?
Yeah, it's good. Jonah just answered it very well.
Oh,
Jonah,
did he?
lead by example and show them what's possible. My philosophy with direct sales has always been that I would work harder than anyone ever, depend on no one, zero, until I found somebody else that was ready to work with me, and then I would just bring them in. So I never wanted to depend on anyone and try to get people to work. I just wanted to continue to work. And that means, yes, that means continue to recruit until finally you recruit another you and they're ready and then you go. And then you're both recruiting, and then you each recruit one more of you, and now you got four people and you're ready to roll. Literally,
Okay.
I would recommend you recruit until you're too busy to recruit almost, if that makes sense.
Right. And would you recruit them first as a brand partner, as a preferred customer, and then upgrade them?
Does not matter how they
Mm.
get in where they fit in. You just want them patched. The number one thing is get on patch. So however they can join, you want them to join.
Okay, so you know how sometimes a preferred customer they want to upgrade, but they just want to do the zero enrollment. That's kind of dumb, right?
They want to upgrade and do the $25 enrollment kit,
No, it's like it's a zero enrollment from a preferred customer. They don't have to pay anything.
and they upgrade to what?
A brand partner.
Because they're already paid the 20. They're a preferred customer plus. You mean?
They're not even a plus.
You're educating me. I didn't even know this was possible. I've never had anybody do that, and I've never heard of that.
Yeah, I have had a few people do that. Like, and I always thought it was 25 bucks too, but they never had to pay it, which was weird. Okay. Um, but
Hmm.
like, okay, say for fun it was 25 bucks. It would have been way smarter for them just to go straight to core, would it not?
In my opinion, yes, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, no
It's
doubt.
hard to convince somebody to do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I would okay, so and I get it. So easy to say, so hard to live what I'm about to say. But you don't want to convince anybody,
Mhm.
right? You want to just continue to bring people into your orbit and continue to have them just stay around and get patched when they're ready to get patched, etc. And the right ones will find you because I mean, you have an energy, like obviously, Shannon. I mean, you're crushing it and you always have, but you have an energy. You want other people that are like you. If you have to convince them to get the core, you're gonna have to convince them to reorder 90 days later. You're gonna have to convince them to try to go to Destin. You're gonna have to convince, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that's different than like, don't get me wrong, I call people all the time and be like, you have to get like I'm take no for an answer. I will see you in Destin or you have to get on these patches. But if I do that two or three times with some people that I know and that and they don't want anything to do, great, we're done. No big deal. I love you. I'm not gonna talk to you about it anymore because I'm not here to convince you. I got a business to go build, and when you're ready, I will be your best friend. We'll build together. So, anyways. Lucy, go right ahead.
Thank you. Kyle, what would you say to people who cannot share the patches from the start, who think that they first have to have some results because they think it's ethical to first wait for their own result?
Sure. It's a great question. We get it all the time. Two
Mhm.
things. Two things. I would echo what I just said. If you have to really, really, really convince them, you don't want them sharing anyways. Because they're not sharing in a way that's really going to actually like if I have to convince you to finally share, you're not probably going to share from your heart and people are going to know that and they're probably not going to share with people that are actually going to hear how great it is and join. But what I say, I'll give you my brother-in-law for an example. He tells his testimony all the time. He said he joined. He got started 2 days after we got started, and he's like, "Kyle, have you ever worn the patches?" I said, "No, I've never worn them. My patches are on the way, but I know what's happening because I trust my upline and good friends Devin and Sarah." And he's like, "I trust you." Well, my brother-in-law was a one-patch wonder, and his life has never looked the same. Like I'm talking chronic pain all over his body in crazy ways that I could tell you about for a long time. That one patch, 4 hours into it, he has never lived the same life. And he tells people all the time, he says, I'm just going to tell you that if you're waiting for your own testimony before you share, you are, this is what he says, his words, not mine. He said, you're selfish. You're selfish because there's people out there like me that live in pain every day that are praying and begging for something like this. And just because maybe you didn't experience anything doesn't mean that 9 out of 10 of the people that you share it with are. Because there always are that 10% that take a long time to get something. And then there's always that 5% that really don't really ever really feel too much. But if they do blood work, their bodies have totally transformed, right? But they really don't feel a big difference. But the travesty of the because everybody has at least 200 people that can only be reached by you. And so if you don't share with those, if you had 200 people and you got them all patched for 90 days, 180 of them would never live the same, right? And so what a travesty to have that. Now, that being said, I never force people to share until they're ready to share. I encourage them like I just encouraged you. But if I have to really like twist them and twist their arm to share, they're not sharing in the right way. They're not going to bring anybody into the patches.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Yeah, Carrie did the same thing. Amen. Yeah, 100%. Jonah did the same thing. Carla did the same thing. I'm trying to see who I know on here. Shannon, you did the same thing. Tracy did the same thing. Yeah. Who else? What other questions might we have? Those are great, great, great questions. Okay, if I just ordered 77 volume on 1 month being any manager, I still receive commissions. Yes, but you have to get to 110 to fully max out the comp plan. I said that right, right? 110, right, Jonah? So yes, yes, 110. Yes, Carrie. Yeah, 110. So you can still keep your volume will continue to roll, but in order to max out your pay and your commissions, you actually have to have 110 in personal PV. My recommendation is that you never go below 110 ever, ever, ever on a rolling 31-day calendar month. If you want to max out this comp plan, and as Carrie actually has a beautiful presentation that we'll get her to do maybe on the next call because it needs to be done about what happens when you just make sure that you get 1,200 in personal volume every 30 days. Guys, you can earn six figures a year right here just getting customers, and it's really cool. So I would highly encourage you to get to 110. So, hey, if you got an X39 in there, throw in an Eon, throw in a 49. Throw in something, throw in cellular jice, throw in something. Do I have a vision board? I don't actually have a real vision board. What got us to where we are right now is kind of what I was telling you. It was a gift of desperation. We were literally desperate. I mean, we literally said goodbye to our entire income in one click when we terminated, right? And so we had no other option. And so I mean, we had no other option, and so we had to replace a multi, whatever six-figure income, and so we had to go immediately, and so that's what got us to where we are. I mean, as far as a vision board and stuff, I don't really have a vision board. I've never done that, and shame on me. I'd probably be a lot more successful if I did. I know Jay Atkins is big on that, but I always had visions. I know what I want, how, and I try to match what I want with what I hear the Lord telling me to go get, if that makes sense. And so I try not to make it selfish, but I'm always thinking of the future and what's next for sure.
Kyle, I feel just inspired to share, and I sound a little stuffy because I have a cold.
All right, let's
Um,
go.
but I just want to encourage all the new people here, don't wait to have your own experience because, like Kyle said, it's a little bit selfish, but I understand maybe you want to be in integrity, you want to do the right thing, but borrow other people's testimonials. There are literally thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands of testimonials. And if you work quickly and treat it serious like a business for your first 90 days, you can be like me, sick in bed and still earning money. And
So,
it's I thank God that it's such a blessing to be
mm,
able to have this. Like I haven't been sick in several years. I don't even know how long. But now that I am, I'm like, okay, I can listen to Zooms, I can listen to trainings, I can listen to inspirations, and I can stay in bed and collect paychecks. Now you have to earn it. I'm not going to promise something for nothing, but if you set it up correctly and you stay close to the upline or whoever you feel inspired that's actually having results, stay close to the fire, you really can't fail. There's only two ways to fail. One is if you quit, and two is if you try to do it alone without leveraging your upline and leveraging the call. So those are the only two ways. So I just want to share that.
dude, Jonah, that's so good, man. Thank you for sharing that. I love hearing that, baby. You're gonna get well soon. Sorry about that. Get well, brother. But man, what a blessing. What a blessing. Well said, my friend. Hey, there was a yes, we sure can, Alexa. There was one in Spanish. Can we maybe get that read to us?
Hey, Evelyn, can you read that Spanish one?
Okay, I got it. If we refer a client that wants to purchase patches from my store, from the first purchase, could this person be a preferred client with $99, or do we have to wait until the second purchase?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. If they want to purchase, if you're trying to sign, I think I understand the question. If you have somebody that's ready to join and ready to order patches, just sign them up as a preferred customer. Preferred customer plus is better, but sign them up as a preferred customer that they'll spend $99 on their patches and you're good to go. They're good to go. You're good to go. Set them up on an auto ship for it coming every 30 days. Yeah, guys, you're good to go. That's exactly right. Great question. Okay, there you go. Thanks, Carrie. You're gonna walk her through it. What else, guys? We got any other thoughts, questions? Yeah, go ahead.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Um, if imagine that I have already like 3x39 with me, okay? And all my clientes, all my clients, yes, they've been buying a lot of patches this month. So I actually do not need another X39. I might need an ion or any other, okay? And I know that 110, it's very important to keep buying 110. But in this case, is it okay? I mean, my first circle is completely green. So I know that I'm complete, or that I've completed whatever. But would it be okay if I don't get an X39 this month, only an ion, since I have already 3x39s with me?
Yeah, that's a great question. Absolutely. Yes, ma'am. So your PV is not just what you personally, it's called your personal volume. That is not just what you personally order. That is also from all of your customers.
Mm-hmm.
So like our PV this month right now is like at, I don't know, 4,000 or something. Well, my wife and I probably only ordered two or three sleeves this month, if I had to guess, or last month, whatever, February. So we've only ordered maybe 200 worth, but we have 4,000. Well, that's from all of our customers. So as
Mm-hmm.
long as between you and all of your customers, your PV, your personal volume is over 110, you're good to
Mm-hmm.
go. You could
Okay.
even technically, you could even go a couple 2 or 3 months and not order anything if you didn't need it, as long as your customers were taking care of your requirement for your personal volume.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Great question. Anything else, guys? We're in no rush, but I also don't want to keep you. So, yeah, Shannon.
So this new compensation thing that's only doing for the month of March, what exactly has changed?
Yeah, it's a great question. First of all, I think very soon there's going to be a Zoom about that, and you're going to be able to find out. I think I just saw a text right now that Jay is possibly doing something soon. Maybe some of us, maybe all of us. I don't know. So hang tight. But basically, what it's doing is it's allowing people at lower manager ranks it's increasing their binary percentage that they get paid earlier, and it's also increasing the level earning bonuses. So you're going to get more on the binary at a lower rank. You're going to get more on level earning at a lower rank. And honestly, I can't remember other than that. So you're going to have to, I'm going to have to find out. So I'm sure Carrie and Jonah both know. And I don't know if Jay, that might have been you that I just heard. New people get more than before. That's exactly right. Yeah, that's most of it. I think so. Yeah. Hang tight for a video on that. But yeah, what they're trying to do, Shannon, they're continuing to try to, I mean, new comp plan, right? It's like, okay, how are we doing? Okay, now we need to add more money to the people at lower ranks. And so they're just trying as hard as they can to get people in those manager ranks making more money, and obviously the director ranks as well. Another good question.
I have another question.
Go ahead.
I was doing the 20-day you show us at the beginning, and I'm not pretty sure, but there is a moment when you have to make this link so you can send it to customers or clients, and I have mine already, but following that step, it did not bring me to my link.
Oh, really?
So I don't know if it was me,
Yeah.
but it would be good to check it out. I mean, the video is like kind of fast for me. I mean, I understand, but it was like the way you speak, Kyle, very fast.
Yes,
But
ma'am.
but any
I tried to get through it fast tonight so we could get to questions. I apologize.
anyway, I think that we can check it out
Yeah,
to just
absolutely.
see because
I'll check that out. And do you know how
may,
to do that now? Do you know how to go to your website and find your link?
oh yes, I do, but maybe a new people that is getting like started in this, they might get the wrong link for their page,
Mhm.
you know?
So Jonah's answering, and this has happened to me. Sometimes if you've ever been on somebody else's website, if you don't clear your cookies or
Ah,
even exit out of Chrome and bring up Chrome again, right? Then
okay.
then it'll default to the last website that you went on.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. So yeah,
Okay.
I'm totally with you, and that has happened to me as well. I've been on other people's sites and done that.
Okay.
So, all right, what else we got? There's a few in Spanish. If you want to read the Spanish ones, I'm so sorry, I don't know. Lucy, go right ahead.
Oh yeah, I just wanted to add to that that it happened to me that um, a lovely lady wanted to sign up with me, but she accidentally signed with somebody else, and customer support just sorted it out. It was no problem at all. So you can just, you can just let them know, and it's fine.
Good.
And
Great advice, Lucy.
yeah, and also I just remember I just wanted to add to the previous topic on sharing because I was like that as well at the beginning because I'm a holistic healer, so I said I have to keep my integrity and wait for the results. But my lovely sponsor Jonah Kai told me exactly what you just said and what he said, sharing others' testimonials, and then that I might be preventing other people from discovering this incredible tool. So I just believed that I should do that, and
Hmm.
so I think 2 or 3 months passed, and I have to be honest, I still didn't feel anything different because I'm quite a healthy person. Then I enrolled an angel who is actually on this call, and she managed to help somebody so profoundly that that person had a kind of life-changing experience. So I was so grateful. And only after maybe month 4 or 5, I realized that my scar that was there for like 25 years almost completely disappeared, and I could suddenly feel my skin that was almost dead, numb before. So yes, I had my results much later, and if I had waited, that person wouldn't have been helped.
That's awesome. Thank you for sharing that. That's exactly
Yes.
right. It wasn't even who you shared with, it was who they shared with. So one is two removed and they have a life changing. It's amazing. I love it. Thank you for that. The comp plan is, I think I understand this. The comp plan is in Spanish on wellnessrev.org in the PDF form. If it's not, somebody tell me, but I'm almost positive all of that is translated. I know Lola's been on that.
Oh, could you
It
send the
is,
link,
yes.
please?
Um, Let me look.
There is another question in Spanish that somebody made. Like,
Yes, ma'am. Go right ahead.
I don't know. I might read it to you, but tenía entendido que los puntos de los clientes
I
preferentes.
thought that the points for
I
preferred
think I
clients.
knew that the PV volume of the preferred clients would not add to our personal volume. I don't know how. I don't know how to.
I understand. I understand what you said. Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
You're
somebody
saying,
made that question. Okay.
yep. They're saying they did not think that their clients' volume went to their personal volume. Well, let me first address clients. I don't know exactly what you mean by clients, but I'll break it down in the two ways that it happens. Either people join as a brand partner, they join with a core or an advanced or advanced plus or premium. They're brand partners. That volume goes into your team commissions and your team volume, but it does not go into your personal volume because they themselves have personal volume. They are their own business, they are their own brand partner just like you. But all of your customers, whether it's retail, which obviously don't let friends join as retail, but your preferred customers and your preferred customer plus, every customer that you have, it does count for your personal volume. That is actually how you build your personal volume. And so you want to be bringing on customers and getting your personal volume at least to 1,200 every 30 days if possible to max out that comp plan. Anybody else? Y'all have had great questions. Seriously, phenomenal.
And are we ever going to talk about the next the event that we're having
Destin?
on? Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am. What would you
Yes.
like to know? I'd love to talk about it.
Well, I'm already in.
Let's go. Yes, ma'am. You bring your people. I'm glad you mentioned that. March 13th is the last day to register for Destin. March 13th is the last day to register. So yes, you have what, 10 days, 11 days to register for Destin. That event is going to be powerful. We've actually never done an event in Destin when the weather is, summertime, right? And so it's going to be late April, which is summer down there. It's going to be amazing. So that I really believe, I tell people this all the time. I believe if you chose, the few events that we do a year and corporate and maybe whatever, choose whatever events you want. But if you go to 3, 4 events a year, that's all you need. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I want you on training and you need to be doing the deal, but this business is really built event to event to event. There is nothing that can duplicate through this right here that a 3-day retreat can. It does something to you that you can't describe, that you can't quantify even. You can because you'll see your business grow and your numbers grow, but you really can't even put it into, you can't even really quantify it because it does so much more than just the numbers. And so, yes, please, please come to Destin. We want to see you guys there. Please spread the word. March 13th is the end. If you guys want to register, if your team wants to register, we need to do it ASAP. Worth every penny. Yes, 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 yes. Hey, last thing I want to leave y'all. I don't want to leave y'all with. I want to leave you with. Let me read this real quick. Where did I have it? It's a quote. You ready? It's from James Clear. James Clear, I quote him all the time because he sends me emails every week. You can sign up for his email and you can get the same. But he said, learning more will increase knowledge, but only attempting more will reduce fear. The more you try, the less you fear it. And I'm reminded of like this meme that I saw one time that had this. Remember the old rocking horses, like when you were a kid and they were like on rockers and you could get on a horse, you could just rock. And it had that on one side, and it was like entrepreneurs who read and train all the time, but never do anything. And then the other one is this guy like on a stallion, like riding, and it's like the guy actually getting it done. And so don't find yourself being so consumed with training and learning that you never put it into action. Listen to me, we would all prefer, so would everyone in your organization, that if you had to choose between training or you really needed to work because you needed to go meet these people or do a quick presentation or do your own training or have that coffee, like go work. Working is always where it's at as opposed to training. So just a little friendly reminder, the more you work, the less you fear to work. And honestly, the hungrier you get and the more you want to do it. So it just compounds on itself. Guys, we love you guys. Y'all have a great night. Thank you so much for your great questions and participation. It was awesome. So hope y'all got a lot out of it. And tomorrow, opportunity call tomorrow at 8 Eastern. See y'all then. Bye, guys.